Hi friends, I'm Penny Hunt and this is Penny Heart to Heart, day 38. 38 days. I've been writing them down to show you the number because all these days are blurring together, aren't they? And we forget 38 days for me that I've been in my home, only leaving a couple times in that 38 days. I know I'm not alone. Many of you are in the same situation as me, sheltering at home. Before I start with today's topic, I want to remind you, if you'd like to be in the book drawing, I'm giving away my books. And all you have to do in the comment line, write, "I'd love your book." And I will gather those names and have a drawing at the end of the week. I let the winner know on Sunday, and then I get it packaged up and mailed out as soon as I can get to the post office. So that has been great fun, sharing my book with the winners every week. This will be week six winners. I want to talk today about something that I'm noticing more and more as I watch the news and the media reports and just seeing people in general, and that is anger. I'm seeing a lot of anger. And so I want to talk about this just for our little time together here today. I am not an anger expert. In fact, I don't ever want to portray myself as a counselor or an expert. I am an expert on my own life and things that I have gone through and the tips and techniques that I know work for me, and that's why I share them with you. But I want to talk about this anger that's happening right now. And several videos ago, I talked about worry. And I told you how I feel that worry is like negative meditation, because when you worry about something and you run it through your mind over and over again, it's like a meditation on a negative topic, something that you're afraid of and that you fear is going to happen. And so you think about it and think about it and you meditate on it, really. And that's what worry is. I think things like worry and anxiety and anger are all based in fear. We are afraid. We are afraid something's going to happen, or we are afraid because something has happened. And the bottom line is uncertainty. Fear comes from uncertainty. We don't know what's going to happen. And so we become afraid. And then a combination or a combination of these emotions come out, whether it is worry or anger or anxiety, or it can be many things. And I always talk about how I don't believe you can live in fear and faith at the same time. And to me, faith is love. And the other side of that spectrum is fear. And that comes out in the anger and the anxiety and the worry. So I wanted to talk about this because I'm seeing this on the news reports. People are beginning to get angry. 38 days for me is a long time to not leave my home. And it's a long time for a lot of people. It's a long time to not be able to go to work. It's a long time to not receive a paycheck if that's the situation you're in. It's a long time not to see the people that we love. I have said over and over again, my biggest thing is seeing the people that I love. I want to see my kids and my grandkids and our family together. It's very hard to go this long when you're used to seeing people almost every day, friends and family. It's hard to have this disconnect. And so I can see where people are starting to get frustrated and angry and want answers. They want answers in a time when maybe there aren't answers yet. We are still in this pathway of uncertainty. We don't know if we start going to work and going back to our jobs and seeing our friends and family, if that means that the virus is going to expand. We don't know the answers yet. And so staying safely at home, safely away from work, or working from home if you're lucky enough to do that, all of these precautions that we're taking really are to keep us healthy and safe. At the same time, this fear is boiling inside, and I'm seeing it with the people that are picketing and demonstrating and becoming very angry because they want to go to work. They want their kids back in school. They want everything to be normal. And I think we need to come to a space where we realize that nothing is going to be that kind of normal again. It's going to get back. This will come to an end. I don't know when, but it will come to an end. And there will be a new kind of living, a new kind of process of getting back to where we can all be at work and at our jobs, and things start working and moving forward like they have before, probably in a new way. What I also want to say is that it's not always bad to be angry. That sometimes we have to speak up for ourselves. Sometimes we have to not let people run over us. Sometimes you do get angry and you need to express that. I have shared before with you that I am not a big conflict person. I don't like conflict. I think there's other ways to handle things. And so talking, I'm a big talker. I will sit and talk questions out and talk problems out all day and all night if we need to do that, because I think there's a way to come to an agreement and a resolve that doesn't include anger. And so it worries me a little bit about seeing the people on the news that are so angry and so desperate. I think desperate people do desperate things. And so I hurt for the people that are in such desperation, whether their business is closed or they don't have a job or they have lost their income, whatever the circumstance is. Maybe they have lost a loved one to this virus and they're frustrated about that. I don't know. I don't pretend to know what everyone is going through. I know the roller coaster that I'm on, of day to day and hour to hour. Sometimes it's this roller coaster of the stages that happen, sometimes in grief, but I think happen so often in life when we're in this uncertainty. At first there's disbelief that this can't really happen. This doesn't really happen in our country, in our world. And then there is some concession that, okay, it is happening, so we will do what we can. And then there's anger that it's happening at all. And that is something that is quite normal that we go through when there's tragedy or something happens in your life. For example, if you do lose a loved one or you've lost your job or something, I think we go through all of these stages. And so the anger of why me and why is this happening, and a lot of whys, and that just fuels this anger fire that gets into our hearts and our minds, and we don't know what to do with it, and sometimes that explodes in a negative way. So I just, again, I'm not an anger expert. I just want to bring to light what I see happening and what I hope can calm down. I think there is room for anger, and there is room for conversation, and there is room for change. And depending on which way you want to believe, whether you think this has been too much, that we've overcompensated for the situation, or whether you think, no, we need to stay right where we're at for a while. Wherever you fall in that spectrum, it's okay. We all have our right to thinking and believing what we think is true. But I think that anger may be something that we need to keep in check a little bit and know that we're doing the best we can. I hurt and have empathy for the leaders that are trying to look at the studies and look at the facts and guide us in the best way they know how. And we need to be grateful for that and have patience with that. And yes, voice your opinion about if you think you have an idea or a way to help. I think they would welcome that in any way that we could express it. And express it in a calm way. Because one of the things that I think is so important to remember is that anger comes from fear, and it doesn't just hurt the person that you lash out at, but it also hurts you. It raises your blood pressure. I think it takes years off your life when you have explosions of anger. And some people, that's how they process. They get it out, it's done, and then they don't have high blood pressure. Some people keep it all in, and that's not healthy either. So there needs to be this way to express our anger in a calm way, in a way that we can talk it out, that we can analyze problems and get through it in that way without anyone getting hurt, without things being destroyed, relationships being destroyed, and so many things that can come from anger. So I just want to talk about that a little bit because I just noticed it today over and over as I flipped through the internet and stories that were being put out on the news, and so much anger today. And I just want to make everyone aware, and aware in your own home. If you are in home with your family and you have maybe kids with you and a spouse or whatever your family looks like that you're at home with, remember that tempers are short, that everyone is getting tired. We're just getting tired. And so it's real easy to lash out at someone that you love and hurt relationships and hurt hearts. And I think words matter. Words have power, and you can't take them back. So I would just caution you about being in tune to your anger and knowing that it comes from fear. And I don't think anybody would say a negative thing to you if you say, I know I'm so angry and it's just because I'm so afraid. There's just so much uncertainty and I'm afraid. And that comes and across and is received much easier than just yelling and anger and hurtful words. So I just wanted you to think a little bit about anger. Remember what I said the other day about worry? The 3 things about worry. Can you change it? Can you stop it? And is it yours to worry about? And I think that folds over to anger too. If you're angry about something, can you change it? Can you stop it? And is it yours to be angry about? I think sometimes we just jump on the bandwagon with other people and say, yeah, I'm angry too. And then it multiplies into this big cloud of anger. So think about that too. Is it yours? Is it yours to be angry about? I want to remind you that if you want to be in the book drawing, I'm giving away books. All you have to do is put your name in the comment line. Just say, I love your book, and you'll be in this week's drawing. I thank you for your time. I know even though some of us have a lot of time, it seems like in some ways for me it's busier than ever, and I don't even know how to explain that. But so it takes a minute of your time to join me here every day at 3 o'clock Mountain Time. I will be here tomorrow. Today has been day 38. Tomorrow is 39. We'll just keep counting away. And I seem to just keep coming up with these ideas to talk about. And so tomorrow will be a new topic. I'm Pennie Hunt, and this has been Pennie Heart to Heart. Thanks for watching.